Hey, how's it going, guys? So, what we got here is I was looking the other day, and I have a big event coming up, and International Open. And one of the big things that I have a problem of is evidently I can't even see the window capture. I don't know what just happened, but Discord just it stopped doing Discord. So let's try this. And I'm trying to fix this real quick. I don't know how it went from working to not working. Okay, Discord is working. There we go. All right. So what I noticed is I don't have any drones for International Open, which is a big all-week event next week. So today being Thursday, I don't have much time to get my drones ready. And some of you guys know, some of you guys don't know, I'm a builder at 533. And so I've got a bunch of drones, but none of them seem to work too well. So I'm going to be working on them and trying to get some stuff flying. Right now, I made one yesterday, and I have another one. So I've got two 5-inch drones that is great and ready to race. And what I mean by great and ready to race is this was my Champ setup. I used a Light Switch HD, and what I wanted to do was mount my battery on top, just like this. And the reason why I want to mount my battery on top is because in handling, this right here actually handles really well. But when you're practicing on Velocidrone and you're actually when you go to race, it handles too well, because on Velocidrone and all the other FPV games or simulators, they have the battery on the bottom for the data, because you got the pendulum effect and a lower CG. So I found out the hard way that even though it handles better, it doesn't always mean it's better for racing. In my case, so not only I like damaged batteries and stuff like that, but I think I broke every drone I had over at Champs except for a couple. I think except for this one. And so we're going to start taking the parts off these drones and making lighter drones and more for racing. So I'm not too sure what's wrong with this one. We'll check it in Betaflight and make sure everything's okay. So I got a computer right here in front of me, and go ahead and check it on my computer here. Also, I got Zach in the chat here. We're doing kind of like a hangout stream at the same time.
What's up?
So some people may pop in on our stream. That's totally fine. I am glad to have whoever wants to come and talk. And I'm going to pop up my chat right here. Whoever wants to come. There we go. We got the chat open. So it looks like right now you cannot see, for some reason, whenever I go into that, you cannot see what I'm doing until the screen comes back up. I don't know why it's doing that. It's really weird. Uh, we got it back up. Got it back up though. For some reason, when I went into beta flight, though, I lost the feed. Red Sky has joined the chat. Hey, Red Sky, we're doing a live stream, and I'm
Oh,
just fixing a bunch of quads. No, you're fine. You're welcome to hang out. I'm just
oh,
letting you
oh,
know.
oh, oh. I didn't even. I saw you just in there, and I just thought, oh, they're not in the live stream chat. My bad.
No, I
You're
just decided I'm going to try to fix a bunch of drones. Feel free to share it around and stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Is it on your YouTube?
Yeah.
All right, sick.
For me up some drones too.
So I'm going to go ahead and share it around right here real quick. But yeah, basically what I'm doing, Red Sky, is I don't have any drones for IO, so I decided to do a live stream. That way I can fix some stuff and, people can ask questions or whatever they want to do.
Nice, yeah. I got all my quads like ready.
You're ready to go, huh?
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
I got some extra parts, so it's good.
There, we got Betaflight configurator. We can put this over here in the corner so you guys can see what I'm doing. I am plugged up to Betaflight configurator right now. And I'm just going to test these motors out. I'm going to use a smoke stopper because I ain't plugged this in since Champ. So I have no clue what it's going to do. It turned on, so that's a good thing. Alright, we're going to check motors. So I got the props off. Okay, so I'm going to take this smoke stopper off so I can rev up these motors, because I think something was wrong with this ESC to where it wouldn't rev up the motors.
Oh, that's
1 is good. 2. Three is good. 4 is good. Alright. So the motors are good. The ESC has got to be good on this. We'll go back to me so you can see me. Alright, so it seems like the hardware is good in this, but what we want to do is we want to change it out to a different drone to make it smaller.
What the fuck? I'm here.
Alright, I'm going to keep chat open. That way, if anybody says anything in the chat, I can see what you guys are saying. Alright. Let's take this thing apart. So, Red Sky, what all drones you got?
Give me a second. Talking to my mom. I got some Crookeds, and then I got Josh from Rect bringing me some Hoku.
Bringing you what?
The Hoku?
What's a Hoku?
It's like their frame, pretty much.
Oh.
So, right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to print stuff, and I just realized I'm on my PLA setting. So that's why I was getting that prints.
Yeah, that's not going to work with TPU.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm gonna go start this. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. So I'm probably not going to use these motors for right now. I think these motors would be good for a freestyle build. These are the Emax motors. And they're real pretty, but I don't think I got good race results out of them. I think they'd be better for freestyle. Oh yeah, I need the arms off here. I don't know why. So if anybody needs any tips on building drones or whatever, this is a good time to learn, because I will be going through these pretty fast. So if you want to learn how to build a drone, you join the right stream, or you're watching the right video if you're watching afterwards. We can probably even time it and see how fast I can build a drone.
How many quotes you got left to fix?
A lot. Too many.
Yeah.
I'm debating on how many I should fix.
I would say as many as you can.
Yeah. Well, after I get this one done, I'll have 3 5-inch racers. Then I'm going to work on my Pro Specs
Your phone.
because I really want to fly Pro Spec.
Phone. Your phone, buddy. It's good.
So you guys want to take a wager on how fast I can build a drone?
You're gonna do a whole build drone? Like a whole
A whole build.
build?
Yeah,
Go.
whole build.
Your phone.
No. I mean, hope it's under like 30 minutes. I mean, build drones pretty much for a living, so I'd say, depending on the frame, probably
Wherever you
25
want.
minutes.
How long?
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
No.
Well, I would say 25 minutes is being generous because I have not built a
Phone. No, put it on a 40 or something.
I have not built that fast and well, I don't know. Yeah, I have. I have built that fast. I think it all depends on how fast I can get a frame together because I'm using different parts here.
Yeah.
But once I make sure I got all working parts as far as we'll start the timer and see. What's up, Great Scott? Nice to see you in the chat. You got the first chat of the day on the live stream. Nice to see you here. We are building drones for IO, and I am going to race myself to see how fast I can build this drone. I can go ahead and tell you that I've got a bunch of mix matched frame parts, so but I think I can make them work.
You're being really.
If this fits together, oh yeah, that fits together. Okay, it is 12:30 right now, my time. Here we go. I am starting at 12:30. Pick out my stack screws here. Or the screws I think I'm going to use. There we go. Is that too long? Yeah, it's a little long. What about these? That's better. I think that's ones I want to use. I'll tell you one of the favorite stories that me and Brody and Carter like to tell is we was watching this guy. We were building this giant drone. And we're watching this guy build the drone. And Carter and Brody were in the floor building this drone. And they are like getting through it and got it all almost together. And the guy says, "Oh no, I messed up. I gotta go back. I gotta take it back apart." And he didn't edit it out. I mean, he just kept on going. And it's like, what are you doing, man? You couldn't just edit that out? And of course, everybody in the shop's like, "Oh, we're over this, guy. We got to find a new video." He was the only guy, the only video for making that drone. So that was like worst case scenario type of deal. I'm trying to find 4 screws that will match without taking my arm screws away, because it has special arm screws, or they're at a special size. Luckily, I've got plenty of hardware to look through. All right, Zach. Tell me, are you here, Zach?
Yeah, I'm here.
Tell me what's your favorite race drone?
My favorite what?
Your favorite race drone?
Oh,
Not favorite freestyle, but favorite race drone.
probably the Racer X Twig.
Yeah. And why is that one your favorite one?
I think it's just because I'm used to smaller, lighter drones. The way they feel.
And the Racer X Twig, what size is that drone? What size drone is it?
3 to 3.5.
All right.
I mean, my 5-inch race drone flies extremely well. I just, I don't know, man. I like the Twig.
All right. So now I got all my parts together. Is it fair to start the time now? I actually got somebody fixing to come to my house and meet me real quick. So I think we should just get all the parts ready and then go. How does that sound?
This is fair.
Okay. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is you training for the build.
I want to. I want to do that so bad.
Yeah, same.
They sold out in like, I think it was like 30 minutes.
Dang.
Like as soon as they went up, people bought them up. And I'm pretty sure it's an awesome build too.
Yeah.
I watched the Zigzag fly today, and that thing is amazing.
Oh yeah. Did you have you flown it yet?
No, I haven't got. I can fly it if I want to. I've just been really busy at work. We got a lot of drones in, and or a lot of orders in. So we're trying to take care of those. Armando's offered me to race his, but I can just tell by the way people are flying them that it flies really good. I'll fly one. I'll fly one tomorrow, and I'll let you know. But it even sounds different. Like it's quieter.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh really?
Like it's going super fast, and it's not like screaming loud.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah. Well, at first I was like, I don't know if I like it or not. It's just a weird build or whatever. But no, I think it's a nice drone now that I've looked at it. All right, so we got 4 arms. They are longer than the normal arms. I've got some light switch V2 arms, but I think all I have is 3 of them with me right now, and I need 4. I've got all the motors. That's weird. These arms are thinner than these arms, and it's supposed to be the same arm. They're both light switch V2, and one's thinner than the other. That's really
Is one an Ultra?
strange. Well, I mean they're both the same on here this
Oh
way.
yeah.
So these
Oh
are
yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
these are normally light switch. This one's broke. I can see the carbon's cracked in this one, so it's junk. So we're throwing that one away. But I've got some mid-mount arms here, and they say that the longer the arm, the better it handles. That's what they say. I don't know.
So what one guy does in my chapter is he has 2 long arms in the back, and then 2 short arms in the front.
Okay.
And it gives them like, I think it gives you like the best of both worlds, maybe.
Okay. Well,
Because I think the mid-mount arms are longer, right?
yeah, they are longer. Well, I didn't even think about that. I was just going to put all 4 mid-mount arms. So you're saying I should do 2 short ones and two long ones, huh?
Yeah, that's what one of the guys in my chapter does.
And what?
But also his quad sounds the worst.
Oh, well. See, I think your motors are read by the flight controller on the distance between.
Yeah, all even. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to keep it even.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
I think that's the best bet for me. All right, guys. I will be right back if you guys want to keep the chat entertained or keep the stream entertained for just a minute. I'm literally running outside and running back in. I will be right back. So, Red Sky, you should talk about your favorite drone.
You can come over here and get up this.
You're back.
So, my favorite drone is Hyperfox.
That's a cool brand, dude. I wanna get one.
Dude, have you seen the baby Crew 2 one? It's like a plus 3-inch version.
Yeah, I want to try that little one, too.
Oh yeah, the little one's like sick. Yeah, I think they're. I mean, if you haven't seen them, they're like vertical arms. You imagine like a box kind of deal. Basically, what it is. And then the zigzag. I don't know about the zigzag. I kind of like it, but who knows? It is very simple, which is kind of nice, and it's $45. It's got M4 hardware.
What is it?
The zigzag, new frame. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. Have you flown it?
No, I haven't.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm
back.
I'm sponsored by Racer X.
Oh yeah.
And they've been working on a phone that's kind of like the zigzag for a while, and they followed like development on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to start it back up soon. I'm waiting to get my hands on it for testing, which I'm not saying anything that he hasn't already posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's a similar kind of deal to the zigzag, where the back two motors are higher than the front two.
Yeah.
It's actually called this, I think, Z-Fighter is what they've been calling it.
Yeah, and then like the actual like it's called like a Z kind of design. This is what the basically kind of
Yeah.
It's like there's like Truex and there's the Z.
Yeah, the Z-Fighter.
Z.
Thinking about building up a Stretch X, Racer X Twig. The Twig failed 3.5 inch. 4 IO.
Yeah, are you going? You're going to that?
And that now. If the universe would stop crapping on me, it would be appreciated.
Okay. Got my charger. My phone was dying. Alright. Here we go. Now I'm going to set a timer.
Dropped it apparently.
So we're going to do a timer or stopwatch. Here's the stopwatch. And I'm pressing start. There we go. Stopwatch is started. All right.
What do you have for stack? What are you doing for this build?
Okay, so I have a T-Motor 45 amp ESC and a Foxeer Reaper flight controller. BL Heli 32 and MPU 6000.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
I haven't used any AM32 stuff yet. But
so it should be a pretty solid build.
yeah.
I am doing everything from scratch, putting the frame together and everything. I don't normally put the frames together, so this will be a challenge for me for sure. I'm not using any electric screwdrivers. I'm using all manual tools.
I really should get an electrical one day. They're especially for the stack screws.
Yeah, I've got one. I just decided to see how I can do this the most legit way possible.
Yeah.
Quad Doc gave me this screwdriver. I really like it.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen that before. I don't know.
Yeah, he gave it to me at Champs.
Yeah.
So you were there. So Brody swears up and down that I tuned your quad, and I told him I was like, Brody, I didn't tune his quad. All I did was give him a VTX. And he's like, I don't know.
Wish you tuned my quad.
He's like, I don't know. What'd you say?
Said I wish you tuned my quad.
Well, when he saw your drone like doing the wobbles, he was like, "Don't you dare! Don't you dare go over there and tune his quad." And I'm like, "What the heck, Brody? It's just helping another pilot out. What are you talking about?" He's like, "I know, but don't you dare do it."
Don't you dare.
These tolerances on these arms are tight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't just slide right in. You have to screw them in for sure. Well, the middle one slid in. The side ones definitely do not slide in.
Wonder if it's. Never mind. I'm gonna say because of the press mount, but the middle one has a press mount as well.
Well, it's doing it through the arm.
Definitely gonna slow you down, it looks like.
Just a little bit. It'll be alright. I'll make it up. Oh, it went through that one. Tighten them right the first time. You don't have to tighten them again.
Yep.
Which if you got a build competition on a frame that you've never touched before, you're going to have to figure out how to put it together.
Yeah. And that is going to be hard because the zigzag like just came out. So at least it's like fairly simple.
Now, I'm going to have to take this lead off because it's too long.
Oh, shoot.
So if anybody says you're cheating because the lead's on it, it's got to come off. And normally, whenever I have my leads, I turn it all the way up to 500.
Oh, yeah.
So I was on 450 degrees pre-soldering the ESC sides. Now a lot of times you go to take the solder off an ESC that's already soldered on there. As far as the leads go, it's sometimes they don't want to come off. There we go, got that one. Like the Hobby Wing ESC leads are like glued on there, it seems like. There we go, got it off. Pre-soldering the ESC lead pads. I'm going to go with a different, so I'm going to take this one off this one because this one's got some damage to it. I usually go about an inch, a little bit over an inch on my leads.
I think I don't know what I do. I just try to do as short as possible.
Yeah, I do a thumb and then about a quarter, so an inch and a quarter. And then on the end of the wire, I take about like I would say 2 millimeter or 200 thou or something like that. Pre-solder the lead. Alright, I gotta figure out which one's positive, which one's negative on here. Okay, I think it's negative, right? Alright. So Carter found out that the build was with a Hobbywing stack, and he said he's glad he didn't have to build it.
At least you don't gotta solder the T60 on it.
Yeah, well, normally the XT60 comes on them anyways, so
Yeah.
you get the wire in the bag with the XT60. Alright, I'm going to use a different capacitor because that capacitor is gigantic. I'd rather it be long than freaking fat. Oh, I got one of these. I think I'll use this.
I think the best are like 35 by 560.
I like these. I think we'll hang on to this one for a different build. Alright, I got 1,000 microfarad, whatever you call it.
What did you have on the other one?
It was 1,000, but it was just fat, really fat.
Oh.
This one's just longer, not fat.
Yeah.
A little pre-inspection of my soldering job there. It looks good and solid, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's go with motors now. I got three. I got four heads up motor, the 533 heads up motors.
Nice.
Let's see which screw do I need. So I like using the longer screws that go way through the motor mount.
Oh yeah.
How many screws do you put in the motor pad for a motor? Is 2 okay?
Oh, for like this, yeah, 2 for like the screws, right?
Yeah.
For the motor. Yeah, just 2 is fine.
Okay.
You just gotta like be careful you don't like lose one. You just gotta do more maintenance on them.
Yeah, you gotta check your motors every once in a while, huh?
Yeah. Because I ran 2 and then I didn't check and I lost one and then it was still like pretty tight but it started to slide and so it just slid and started hitting my camera mount. I was like, oh, are these props too big? But then I realized, hey, this motor's a little off.
Did it fall all the way off?
No, the motor stayed on just with one, but the other screw fell off. I guess if you wanna run 2 but don't wanna have to do that, you could probably use a Loctite and that'll definitely keep it in there.
Yeah. I don't think I got any Loctite.
So Skip, on a 3.5-inch twig, would you run 1404 motors, or would you run 1506?
I would run, I think 1804. Or is that my only 2 options?
Yeah.
And you have what? 1404 and what?
1506.
What KB is 1506?
4300 kV.
Yes, I would run that one.
The 1404s are a little higher kV.
Well, the 1404s is more of a 3-inch prop. 1504, the 15s are still a little bit small for it, but they ain't too small.
Or a 2-fit.
Yeah, I think you'll get better performance out of the 15. So I got the motors on. I'm going to tape the motor wires down. And I'm real particular about my tape. I'm about an 1/8 inch from the carbon bottom plate. Come around. Make sure it's nice and even. Come around one more time. Cut it off.
Yeah.
So I'll show you how to do this real quick. What I do, I'm an 1/8 inch away from the bottom plate here. And then I come around kind of tight, go back to the same spot, come around one more time, and I'm going to make the next one not as tight, loosely come around, stick it down, cut the tape evenly, and now you have a nice even taped arm.
Yeah.
Evan Turner is really picky about how you tape the motors. And I tried to perfect it because he likes his taped a certain way. And although if you're a builder, he doesn't pick on your builds because he probably doesn't want you to pick on his. He's a great racer, but not a great builder. But I hear that's a common thing. He's getting way better though. Like, I seen him build one the other day. It was pretty clean. Alright, now we're going to cut motor wires. We're going to solder them on. So I do my motor wires maybe a little bit different than most people. I start with the shortest one to the shortest one. And then I rainbow them across the board.
Oh yeah.
And it gives it this certain look that I really like. And that is just the 533 way, is to do it like that. And I didn't come up with that. Armando came up with that, and I really liked it, so I just kept on doing it like that. I don't know who he got it from, but he said that's what made sense to him, so he just kept on doing it that way himself. Now, if you accidentally get one off and you accidentally grab the wrong wire, it's not a big deal. Most people are not going to notice it, but I try not to do that. Okay, motor wires are cut nice and neat. I'm going to strip all of them. And I'm just stripping the very end off of them. There's no reason to have a big hunking piece of wire hanging off. As long as you make contact with the motor pad, that's the most important part. Now, some ESCs, they have motor pads on the top and bottom. Those ESCs, I have noticed you can get better or faster motor outputs with contact with the top and the bottom pad. Although it does not look like the prettiest build, if you're going for speed, top speed, which is normally not what racers are doing. Normally racers are not going for top speed, but some do, because some are out there full throttling the crap out of them. I can't do that. But in order to get top speed out of these, and you got double pads on the bottom and the top, it's better to stand your wire up and make contact with the wire on both the top and bottom.
So are you saying like right in the middle, basically?
Yeah.
On the side of the PCB?
Yeah, on the side of it. Yeah. You want to go on the side of it. You want it to be soldered on the top and the bottom. These T-motor ones just have motor pads on the top.
Yeah.
I figured that out with one of my freestyle drones, and the way I figured it out was I was trying to get top speed with my GPS, and I had a Supernova motor, and I burned one up with a bad tune. I burned one up, and I took that motor off and I soldered that motor just on the top. The other ones were soldered on the top and bottom. Well, when I went and looked at black box logs, my black box logs said that 3 motors weren't spooling all the way up in a straight line, but the other motor that I soldered on differently, it was spooling all the way up. So that means what happens is if you have a motor that's limiting all the other motors are going to, the flight controller is going to make, or the ESC is going to make all the other motors match each other. So you can essentially take a motor that is a lower kV and put it on your drone and not have to worry about anything bad happening, because it's going to limit that motor to your weakest motor. Alright, so this is the wire configuration I was talking about. That's how I solder them on.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Nice and neat. Alright, so I'm going to use some lock nuts on the top. Them lock nuts are stuck together. What's going on there? There we go. So, Red Sky, what's your favorite race you've ever you've raced so far?
Like just IRL?
Yeah.
Probably have to be Champs.
Nice.
Even though I didn't do as good as I hoped so,
You
I think it was still.
I think you struggled, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a little. I had like I had like a battery issue and then like crashes and stuff. But even with that, I think it was still my favorite event too.
Nice. All right, I've done a uh-oh. I think it's gonna be all right though. I knocked my boot button off.
Hold on.
Hey, what's going on, Zebra 3?
Nothing much.
You are on a live stream.
What?
You're on a live stream.
Okay.
We are talking about.
Hey, Red.
What's up, Gray Scott? Nice to see you in Discord. I guess you know you're on a live stream.
What is going on, yo?
I am working on this drone, trying to get it done. I'm not breaking any records, I'll tell you that.
Hey, Red Scott.
Yeah.
Did you see the group races? Yeah.
I'm at the what minute mark?
52.
Wait, what do you think of the group?
I got 36 minutes on here. Is what it says.
Are those final? Like what? I have a qualifier this Saturday.
I think they're final. I think.
So I'm just gonna. I'll see if I get a better time, but if I do, then I'd probably end up in like.
You don't want to move over group.
I know I don't. I want to stay in my group, but I also want to get a better time. So my guess is that like he probably won't notice 2 dogs, so I'll probably just stay in that group. Or maybe I just want to improve my time in all of them. Just go back to good old sport class.
I mean, the group that you're in is like the perfect group. The next group is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's definitely cracked.
I feel bad for Mr. Man getting that one. He's not gonna win at all. Like, he's good,
Oh, yeah.
but he's not J-Bot
Oh, yeah.
and everybody else good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 161 right now, so far I'm not in pro class.
I think
So.
I'm all the way at 800. So, huh.
Skip, do you have any more qualifiers?
I have not done anything. I've practiced a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and practice. Tomorrow I'm gonna practice twice, basically. Like, not 2 packs, but like, I'm gonna charge all my packs, go to the field, fly all my packs, and then come back home, charge all my packs, and then go back.
Yeah, the fastest I've ever done a drone is in like 25 minutes. But I was doing them back to back to back. The same drone.
Sleep drone, yeah, that definitely gives you. Definitely helps for sure. I have yet to find what I could do for like how long I take for a build, because I feel like every time I build a quad, there's always an issue. So like I don't know truly how long it takes for me to like build a quad.
Right. Well, it's more common than you think.
Yeah.
That was weird. I pulled off the insulation on this wire, and they're all copper, but one of them.
Oh, copper might not work actually.
Copper?
Yeah, I had a copper wire, and I didn't get it to work, and then I switched to regular wires, and then it worked. It was like a VTX, it was an analog one.
Well, this actually came with a VTX.
So then maybe it'll work, I don't know. Yeah, mine came with a flight controller, and I don't know why it didn't work.
Huh.
Well, I'm gonna head out. See you guys.
So, yep.
See ya.
See ya. Good luck on the quad.
Thank you. Alright, I'm just going to attach a receiver here. I think I'm going to go with what I know that works. I've got a Nano 90. And I think I have a Whoop Light VTX. Let's see here. Yeah, here's a Whoop Light. I thought I had brand new one somewhere. I don't know what to do with it.
I lost my third hand tool like the other day,
Yeah.
and I went up to my dad because it's my dad's, and I was like, "Do you have it?" And I swear he had it, and I was looking around, and I found it, but like, I was fully convinced my dad took it.
So
It was just right next to it.
I figured something out about HD0 VTXs. And what I figured out about them is it's better to pull the wires off than to unsolder them. So instead of unsoldering them from the board, it's better to just keep on moving them till they fall off. Because as soon as you put heat to this board, it likes to mess up. The board's very fragile.
Or do you use the trusty? Do you use a lower temperature for your soldering iron?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm glad you remind me of that. I turned it up for a second there. I had a bowl of water around here somewhere. I don't know what to do with it. But I don't have anything against using a Whoop light instead of a Race V3. Yeah.
They are cheaper, which is nice.
Yeah.
They're almost like $20 cheaper.
Yeah. And I mean, really, you kind of get the same performance out of them.
Mm-hmm.
You get 120 FPS as long as you have an L90 on it.
Yeah.
And
then
you just stick them to the top plate and put a grounding wire on it.
Yep.
I figured that out today, Red Sky. Yeah, I know you told me about it, but I was kind of suspicious about it actually being a thing. And I have to admit, you were right.
Yep.
Because I got bad video noise, and Armando was like, grounded off. And I was like, well, as soon as Armando said that, I was like, well, Red Sky was right all along.
I knew it was right because I watched the video and someone did that. I was like, I'll just do it, and I was like, does it actually help? So I I took it off, and then as soon as I armed, just noisy video, and then you just put it back on, and then the video same as Race V3.
Oh, Race V3 also does that?
No, the Race V3 doesn't.
Okay.
But the video is the same as the Race V3.
Nice. Somebody asked in the chat, they asked, what is IO prep? Well, IO prep is, there's a big event called International Open. And it's the biggest drone event almost in the world, would you think?
I would have to say, yeah. I mean, there's people coming from Australia, Germany, all around the world.
So yeah, the biggest drone event in the world, and they have like 4 tracks going on at once. And there's so many events that you can do in one big, huge event. And I have to say, it's really, really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Fat Pastor said he'll be on in 30 minutes.
Okay.
So, Great Scott, what is your favorite drone?
I'm back.
Welcome back, Zach.
My favorite drone is probably going to be the one that's in the mail to me right now. So a little bit of history. I've been following ever since, like, I'll just say Santa drone, right? Give you an idea of, like, I've been around for a long time, but I've never really, like, right, actually never really flown FPV, except for, I bought one, like, little root, right? But the battery they sent, it could barely even hang in the sky. So I got to fly it once FPV and never picked it up again. So I'm literally just about to be able to fly FPV for the first time ever, very shortly. I won a drone from Levi. You may have met Levi over on Infinity Loop.
Nice.
It's also going to give me a pair of goggles. I already have a remote. Yeah, I ended up buying a Darwin Fold 8 4. So I figured a little, mellow cruising and try and get some HD footage out of it. I did buy a Runcan Thumb.
Nice.
Or a Runcan Pro wide version, whatever. Not the second one that just came out. But yeah, I'm excited, man. Honestly, I haven't even flown with my controller in Sims or anything. Pretty much just got like a couple of little rinky-dink drones that I just fly line of sight.
If you would like to have 5% off on Velocidrone, I think I can scrounge up a code for you.
Very cool.
I am a firm believer in Velocidrone helping people out because I was once just a freestyle pilot, and I didn't do anything but freestyle. Wasn't even interested in racing. Didn't even think about it. And then one day I found out that they held local races, and I was like, well, that's cool. Me and my buddy, let's get a tiny trainer and just try it out. And I begged my flying buddy to get a tiny trainer with me, which is Carter. Have you met Carter? All right. Do you know about Carter?
I'm not sure.
So Carter is the programmer at 533. he's
I probably have seen him in one of the videos.
yeah, he's kind of behind the scenes. He's not somebody that really cares about streaming much. He cares more.
Face me.
What's that?
I said not the face man.
Yeah, yeah. So, but he is real passionate as much, just as much as I am. He's real passionate about it and really likes drones. Of course, to make that your job, I guess you kind of have to be,
Yeah, but he's living the dream, and
Yeah. But yeah, we started. We got some PVC and we made some gates and started flying. And I sucked. I mean, I was bad. Like I'd be able to go through a gate and then I'd crash. And I'd go through another gate and I'd crash. And I said, you know what? I've got a Speedy Bee B-35 at the house. I'm going to fly it so I can just bounce off the gates. So I flew it, and which was really nice because I didn't go through a set of props but twice in a month. And then we had a race coming up, so 533 had a race going on, and they had two races. They had a Nevada race, and they had a Tiny Trainer race. And I showed up for both of them, and the Tiny Trainer race, all I did was roll around in the floor. And then the Avata race, I actually won the Avata race. So I dramatically lost the first race, and then I surprisingly won the second race. And from there on, I was hooked on the freaking competing and flying. Carter is still not as hooked as I am as far as competing goes. He just flies for fun. But he's way faster than I am. Well, I wouldn't say way fast. He's a couple seconds faster than I am. But a couple seconds, you might as well say, is way faster.
mm-hmm.
So, what drone did you say you was getting?
Oh, the Darwin Fold 4 with the 4-inch 1504 motors, 3800. So it's kind of an efficiency. They promote it as long range. It comes with the GPS.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just super cheap,
Yeah. Yeah. I think I had one of their long range drones at the 129 or something like that. I forgot what it was called.
I've heard they're cheap, but it'll be good for beginner drone. I won't feel so bad about breaking it.
Right.
I remember when I first started, I wanted to freestyle, and my dad was like, "You should race." I was like, "Yeah, but freestyle's so much more fun though." And that's what I thought. And then I was like, "All right, I'll get this drone that I can race and freestyle." And then I went to and then later I got a cheap 5-inch drone, and it was so bad. But I went to my first race, and it was so much fun. My video was bad, but it was so much fun. Ever since then, I'm trying to get better.
So a lot of people screw their standoffs on and they don't tighten them up with a pair of pliers. That is a major mistake if you don't tighten it up.
Get that vibration out.
I take like a screwdriver and then pull the stand off and like screw it. So I don't want to damage my stand off.
Oh yeah, I gotta put a ground pad for the to go from the motor to, from the VTX to the frame.
Are you doing a motor wire or?
Just a regular wire.
Oh, okay.
Would you use a motor wire?
Yeah, the motor wires are just a little bit more durable.
Okay, I'll use a motor wire. Alright, now I gotta find a camera mount. I know I got one somewhere. Here we go. There.
What camera you got going in?
I got a Nano 90 going in. For racing, I just do HD0 for racing. I sold most of my DJI stuff to get the Goggles 3, and I'm starting to do DJI for freestyle. And the reason why I was doing HD0 strictly, but I went to Sloss, and Sloss is a big event, and they have a big industrial area, and I flew in the industrial area, and they had guide wires that you could not see at all. Or I couldn't see with HD0. And I was doing good with my little flipper. I was getting it. I was doing some crazy stuff that nobody else was doing. And then I hit a guide wire and end up knocking the crap out of my drone and everything.
Right up and bit you.
I don't like this mount. Let's see if I got another mount somewhere. Well, I think that's the same thing. I can change out the mount tomorrow.
Yeah, I was pretty anti-DJI, thinking I'm gonna definitely go with the Walk Snail, you know. Their latest camera was looking real nice, 4K, good looking nighttime footage, and then came out the 04.
Yeah.
And the cheap $200 goggles. Okay, fine, you got me, DJI. Let's go. We're pro all the way.
Yeah, 04 is like super hard to beat.
It's a whole nother level. And the better connection, you know, like it wasn't good enough already. Yeah. It'd be a while before they're be on that.
Yeah, I can't say how far I went on the stream, but I got pretty far on just an O3 unit.
Yeah.
And I was super surprised. Of course, I had GPS and all that too on it.
I got a question for you. I have a drone that I'm building here. I got a all-in-one, and it has the ceramic ELRS. I was wondering, how do you get those off?
Hey, get the
Only
hey, get the ceramic antenna off.
yeah.
Oh, you don't want to take the ceramic antenna off, or it won't work ever again.
No, you can put a wire in place of it.
If you're really good at soldering, you can.
Why do you need a? I'm saying like do you why don't you have it flipped the other way?
Why don't I have what flipped the other way?
No.
Yeah. So it's going to be a pusher.
Oh.
With how I'm building it.
That's cool.
If you rotate it, would that help?
I wonder why you don't see anybody racing pushers.
I will
I
take.
saw a guy in my chapter. He built a tiny little pusher, and then that same race he said, "Yep, I'm building a regular one." So
I will tell you why. You don't see anybody racing pushers because if you crash and then you try to turtle flip, you can turtle flip just fine. But then getting out of the grass when your props are on the ground.
Oh, I just met Woots.
Oh. Well, I made a
But, I mean,
switchback
I guess you
zero.
can run into the same problem with the Woot.
I made
But
a.
he's got that crown frame, so it actually hold him up off the floor.
I made a switchback zero pusher, and it actually it was actually pretty good. Sorry, Great Scott. What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just battling.
have you tried rotating the flight controller just like 90 degrees or something like that?
Why?
Just to see if the chip will move out of the way.
That's not the issue. I'm not wanting to remove it because the chip is in the way. I'm wanting to remove it because the chip sucks. Compared to a straight wire antenna, the ceramic chips suck.
Really? I mean, I use those on my 5-inch. They're great.
So it all kind of depends on range, right? So, yeah, anything is going to do all right within a certain amount of range, but maximum range, you want the antennas to get away from the board, so it's not hidden behind the board. You have a box antenna like that, ceramic. It doesn't take much to get the board in the way of it.
The plastic and like the board won't. It won't affect it that much. Okay, I think they're video.
The actual board, I didn't say the plastic, that's the board. Board is metal and all kinds of stuff. The antenna's better. Get it up and away from the drone. You're always going to get a better signal.
No, you're right. I mean, it will get a better signal, but the wire that soldering is, I don't know how good you are at soldering, but for me, soldering an antenna on is a 50-50 chance whether it's going to work or not.
You're right. You're very single. Here. That sounded.
And you heard me say it again.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little.
That went off there. I couldn't really make it.
I actually heard myself talking on the stream there. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Oh, is it reverb in the background? Yeah, I didn't really think it would be that tough of a solder job. I mean, considering how small even motor and sort of solder to, I didn't really think about it as being that challenging.
Well, you know how small a UFL is. I don't know. I mean, you could try it. Yeah, a heat gun would take it off, but I would say that your chances of successfully making it connect right is kind of low.
I mean, I feel like the ceramic antennas are fine. I don't know, I guess, I don't know if you've had, like, bad experiences with them, but, like, I have them, like, on my 5 inches, I have them tucked in the back, just with the EP2s just tucked right in the back. I have one that's, like, the EP2's, like, almost, like, right next to the flight controller, tucked all the way in there, and I didn't feel safe while flying around.
What remote are you using?
I'm using a TX69.
No, I'm talking to Great Scott.
For me, actually, I got some Nibby Jerome 0802 25,000.
No, what remote are you using?
Oh, Pocket. Radiometric Pocket with a, it's actually the 4 different protocol. It doesn't have ELRS built in, but then I got the Nomad.
Okay. And how many watts does that thing push out?
I can do, is it bigger?
Because
1 watt?
I think if you just put that on dynamic and 1 watt, dynamic will change itself. And I think you have enough. You should have enough for at least a couple football fields. I don't know how far you want to go with that, but you should have enough for like 2 football fields. On an ELRS ceramic antenna. Now, depending on where you have the antenna, that means a lot also. You can extend your wires for your antenna itself.
This is a all-in-one that he's using.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, I mean,
It's a 2G4.
yeah. I'm just going to say, man, there is no way in the world that I would take my 2G4 apart to try to replace the antenna on it.
No.
I can see some footsteps.
Yeah.
very fair. Like, survive and tell a problem come. And don't try to fix the problem before there's even any issues. It's a very sound way of thinking about it.
If if you wanted to,
Unnecessary
I
repairs.
get I've
Any broke those
color on my kids.
if you wanted to improve range, I would flip the flight controller over on how you have it right now. And
You're gonna
I
be
think I would put
removing.
the. You gonna remove those? Oh, that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove the motor plugs, direct solder. I might even remove the camera, direct solder thing.
The camera one is a bit hard, but I mean, like when I tried to do it, I like totally messed up my flight controller because it's a little different. But the motor plugs are definitely they're pretty easy.
Alright guys, if it survives the plug test, then I think it's a successful drone build.
We're there, we're done. Stop the clock.
So here we go.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
We're not gonna use a smoke stopper.
I have a
So
smoke
go for
stopper
it.
right here. It is good to go. We have all the lights, everything's lit up, and
Stop the timer.
the timer stops now. Which is not my fastest time, by the way. We've got 1 hour and 14 minutes.
I think still probably still shorter than me, honestly.
Well, that's a full build. Everything is absolutely together.
That's why we go
The solder job looks good on it.
like a baby. I'm not so small like a baby. I'm not small or bigger. Bigger.
The tape and the wires should be all good. Look
Yeah,
at
those look good.
so the quality is still there. Now let's see if video comes on. Which this was a used VTX, so
Why is this
Fell off the fucking bed or something. Oh, sorry, I dropped that phone. My bad.
there we go. I got video.
Yes.
That is awesome. Now I'm gonna go ahead. Well, I can't do. Can I do? I think I can do it on my phone. Can I? The LRS.
Yeah.
To go to Wi-Fi after 60 seconds or something.
So 10.10.01. There we go. We got it saved and rebooted. All right, here's the next question. Did I hook up the ELRS right? Which I think Ghost was flashed on it. I don't know if ELRS will work on it with Ghost flashed on it. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Not getting a bind. Might have to try that bind again. Yeah, I don't have a bind. Let's restart everything.
You can also try the just triple plug in.
Even with a bind phrase?
Yeah, I think it'll like override it or something.
Nope. No bind. Alright, I'm going to try the bind phrase one more time here.
Did are the version correct?
Now that's a good question, whether the firmware version's right on it. I think it's a happy model. Yep, it's a happy model. We'll do one more flash or bind phrase on it.
It'll tell you the version when you go into the
Okay.
page.
Jamie, where'd you set that at? Jamie. Where'd you set that at? Jamie, where'd you set that at? All right. It's 3.1, 3.0.1. This should be good.
Yeah.
I did notice I had a space after my bind phrase.
Oh yeah.
That might have been it. Yep, that was it. Good deal.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna go to beta flight. I didn't know spaces matter. So I always use R1 on every binding fly that I do. For my receiver. Sometimes you can't. You don't have an option. You can't. But if it's available, I definitely try to do that. Okay, so I gotta reflash the board. Because it's not letting me go to Crossfire. And of course I'm going to do CAC 450.
Alright, Skip. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on my print.
All right. Alright, got it flashed. Everything's turning right. Set the ports to UART1 and 5. Go to receiver. I got throttle. Go to modes. Add an arm. Add a flip over after crash. Alright, now I'm going to cheat a little bit here. The way I'm going to do that is I think I got a preset. Make sure you guys cannot see my window here. Yeah, you can't see my window. That's a good thing. because I am going to cheat a little bit and get on 533 website and grab a ready to fly light switch V2.
Just copy theirs.
Because I have HG0, Fox Ear, everything. I got everything right here, so I'm just going to download that. Open that sucker up. I'm going to name it Atreides. Copy. Go to CLI. Control V. Enter. Then when I go to PID tuning, it's already tuned. I'm going to turn master multiplier down to 8.85. Change my rates. 1.1064, 1.0050, 1.1064. Save that. Make sure my ports are still right. They're still right. Make sure my drone is right. That's right. Alright, now we're going to map the motors. And I'm just going to do motor direction. Motor direction is done, and that should be it. While I got it on, I'll look at my OSD, make sure my OSD is on. Yep, OSD is on, everything is working. Make sure VO transmitter says channel 1, it says channel 1. We are good to go. This drone is officially done. So you see me actually do everything. And I think one drone tonight will be good enough for me. I think I'm going to go practice some World Cup on Velocidrone. But there you go, guys. We are going to sign out from here. We got a drone, another drone down, and another build. So that gives me 3 5 inches right now. I think that's a decent spot, really. I know it's not where I want to be. I would like to have at least like 4 or 5. Hey, what's up, Fat Pastor? We are doing a stream, so just let me know.
Oh, okay.
I just built this drone. Took me an hour and 14 minutes to build it. but got it done the first try. Got everything right the first try. And this is my second light switch, my third light switch. This one's got long arms. But that one's done. Pastor, I've asked everybody that's joined the stream, I'll ask you too, since you're here. What is your favorite drone?
It has to be the DJI Matrice. No, I'm joking.
No, come on now.
I'm joking. Probably my favorite drone is probably the Tiny Trainer. The Tiny Trainer or the Mobula 8 HD0.
I figured you'd tell me some kind of whoop.
Well, the Mobula 8 is a Whoop. That's tight between the Mobula 8 and the Mobula 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're both ducted.
Well, I think that makes the stream for tonight. I am going to go stuff my face with some food and play Velociraptor. And I might do another build tomorrow. So look out for tomorrow. And check us out, because I might be fixing one of these prospects here. This one, whenever I take a sharp turn, it desyncs for a second, then catches itself. And this one here, we flew at Sloss and found out when you take any turn with this thing, it just drops out of the sky. So I got these two to fix. I definitely want to get both of them going, because I want to take part in the prospect race. And I've got parts to replace the one. The other one's got a brand new stack in it, so I don't know why it's falling out of the air. But I'm sure it's got some kind of short in it. We have this Typhoon that I was really thinking about getting going. The Typhoon has a bad ESC in it. Besides that, the Typhoon should be ready to go with a new camera. We stick a new camera in it and an ESC, and I think the Typhoon will be ready to go. So, because I've switched around the motors and it's not the motors. And then the Ducky, I think the Ducky is good. It just had a video issue, which now that I know the little trick behind the Whoop light, I'm pretty sure this has got a Whoop light in it, and we could just ground that out and fix the video issue. I have another Open Racer here. It's got an issue when you hit the ground. It goes into angle mode, which I've never seen a drone ever do that. But this one definitely goes into angle mode whenever you hit the ground, and that's just weird. And I think it's
Does it do it for
huh?
Does it do it for a split second, or does it like just permanent?
Permanent. Like it says it in the goggles and everything. So
Weird.
yeah, that one is weird. I have no clue why it does that. So this one needs to be checked over really well. I probably could take the parts off this one and make another one, but I'm going to hold that off to last. My little flipper was running fine and good until I hit something and it doesn't want to do nothing now. I do have an AIO for it, and my flip switch is doing the same thing. It doesn't want to do anything either. I think it's maybe the receiver. So I got plenty of builds to do. I'm going to build as much as I can until I get to IO. And then IO, I'm going to start putting videos out on IO. And I plan on doing a whole lot more videos. So if you check this out and you wonder where I've been really busy, and we're back. Alright guys, I'm signing out. You guys are welcome to say bye or support your channel. We got Great Scott in the chat. We got Red Sky in the chat. We got Fat Pastor. Go and check out Fat Pastor on Thursday nights. What times?
7.
7 o'clock Thursday night. And then we'll be doing a Prop Bros on Fat Pastor's channel at what time is that? Is that 8 o'clock your time?
8 o'clock Central. Yeah.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And Zach and everybody else is welcome to come join us there also. Alright guys, take it easy. Thank you for joining and watching. See ya.